Hi, friends. I'm Ty.
Hi, friends. I'm Jeff.
And this is
The Old Friend Podcast.
We back.
We are back, guys. Hello.
Hey. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing good.
Doing good?
I'm doing good. Yeah. I guess I'll explain
A little bit more during the mental health check-in.
Mental health check-in.
Speaking of, let's start with our first segment, the mental health check-in, where we rate how we're feeling from a 1 to 5.
Yeah.
I'll start since I know you got stuff, so I'll try to make it as quick as possible.
Yeah.
So I would say right now I am feeling a 2. I've been, girl. I feel like I've been a consistent 2 for a while now, for the last couple weeks or so.
Okay.
So it almost feels kind of normal, which is kind of scary at the same time when you really think about that. But I really think that it's been my anxiety really taking over, and that's been super, super challenging for me.
Anxiety is such a killer.
Yeah, and it's been affecting me in different and new ways, which is crazy to me because it's crazy that there's still new ways for my anxiety to affect me. You would think I experienced it all by now.
Anxiety is like gas.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It sounds funny, but like gas can make you feel like awful. If you have to burp, if you have to, do number 2, whatever.
It takes over everything.
It takes over everything.
Yes.
That is what anxiety is.
Ooh.
It takes over
That's a good
everything.
comparison.
Is it? Oh, thank you.
I like that. So I've basically been coping with it and dealing with it.
Okay.
Some of the ways I kind of am learning how to cope with it is basically I just do these 3 steps and I just try to do it whenever I feel like I have anxiety. And the first step is basically just being aware of the anxiety. Sometimes you have anxiety and you're not even aware of it.
Okay.
The second step is really asking myself why I'm feeling anxiety at this moment. Is it a situation happening? Is it something is it something someone said to me? Am I overthinking the situation?
Okay.
And the hardest part, and this is the final step, is finding ways to relieve the anxiety. And I'm still working on that, girl.
Wow,
that's
hard.
a ongoing project.
Do that.
Yeah, but it's interesting because I've dealt with anxiety all my life, but I did not know I was dealing with anxiety until probably in the last 5 years or so.
That's real.
So learning all of everything I've learned since then has kind of helped me deal with how I'm feeling with a lot better now.
Yeah. And being able to like give it a name.
Yeah.
On top of anxiety, depression has been at an all-time high.
Yeah.
We see it on the news. We sent our RIPs in our previous episode, and then just personally in my own circle of friends and family, the people that I have like checked in on, and hey, I'm just checking in. People are like really going through it.
Yeah.
And I wonder if this is like one of those like long-term effects of COVID.
Yeah.
Or COVID and the effects of COVID, whether it be financially, mentally, people that you've lost. It's just been a really tough time. So if anyone is going through depression, or just maybe you are not able to identify that it's depression, but you're having trouble getting out of bed, or the things that used to make you happy just aren't making you happy anymore, or you're snappy a lot more, definitely you're not alone, and this too shall pass, for sure. But it resonated with you saying that you've been a 2, because so many people in my life right now can identify with that, for sure.
Yeah, and it's not, I wouldn't say it's a bad 2 because it feels so normal at this point, which isn't ideal.
Yeah, you're
but
desensitized.
That's life.
Yeah. All right. Well, I am actually a 4.
Oh, girl, what?
Your girl is feeling good.
You better work.
You know what it is? family is how I recharge. Family time is how I recharge. And my sister and I went to visit my brother and our nephews over the weekend. And I just had a blast. And we didn't do anything. We stayed in the house. We took a couple trips back and forth to Walmart. But it was so amazing to just be around my siblings, my sister-in-law. It was just so much fun, and to be with my nephew. So family time is how I recharge. So that's something too that I've learned through therapy is like being able to know, like, how do you recharge? What gets you out of your funk? So family time is definitely mine. So that's why I'm feeling a 4. I would be a 5, but I broke a nail about 20 minutes ago.
Oh, and that took a whole point off?
That took a whole point off.
That ruined your whole day.
That ruined my whole day, this damn nail. But I have an appointment right after this recording, so waiting to get in there. But your girl is tacky fingers right now. But yeah, that took a whole point off. And my ladies out there that wear acrylic, y'all know what I'm talking about. So yeah, but I would recommend to those that are feeling down to find out what recharges them. And I know for you, us recording recharges you for sure.
Yeah, definitely us recording. I've been writing a lot. That helps a lot. Like there's different ways that I've been learning how to cope and deal with, my depression and anxiety or whatever issues I'm going with.
Love that. Yes, friend. All right. Well, you guys join in on your mental check-in. Rate yourself from a 1 through 5. Let us know how you're feeling. Email us or leave it in the comments. We are O Friend Podcast on IG. ofriendpodcast@gmail.com, O Friend Podcast on YouTube, O Friend Podcast everywhere. Wherever you listen to podcasts. And now that's going to lead us into our next segment of the evening.
Let's go into our next segment. Our He Said,
She Said,
where we gossip like only two best friends can.
I needed to join in on that.
Yes.
You slay that every week, though.
It was cute. Ooh, I love it. That's my favorite part of the show, honestly. It's so much fun. I don't know why. I just love it. Okay, so these I wanted to pick some light topics, and just have some fun. This first topic is a little bit bittersweet, I would say.
Okay.
So the bitter part, Wendy Williams' talk show has officially been canceled after 14 seasons. Hot off the presses, guys. That's the bitter part, but the sweet part is that Sherry Shepherd will be taking over and having her own show called Sherry starting in the fall.
She's fun.
She's
Sherry's
fun.
A fun time.
She's fun and she's great. I'm not going to lie. I'm a huge fan of The View, but I have not watched the Wendy Williams show since she left. So I've heard great things about her hosting, but I haven't seen it to really give my honest opinion on it.
Yeah.
But I'm really happy for her.
For Sherry.
Yeah, I'm really happy for her.
Yeah, this is exciting. And it's time. It's time in her career. This is really fun.
So I had 2 questions.
Okay.
Are you surprised by the cancellation? And will you be watching Sherry's new show?
No, I'm not surprised by the cancellation. I think Wendy Williams had a tough couple of years. She had a tough couple of years. And on top of that, not everybody was a huge Wendy fan, especially not those that were on the receiving end of her opinion.
She made a lot of enemies.
She made a lot of enemies.
Burned a lot of bridges.
Yeah, and I think the last couple of years, her life took a turn, and I think it's best for her to no longer have her show. I mean, I wish that she would have been able to go out in a different way because there's so much unknown for those that are like really big fans of hers. Yeah. But I think it's the right decision for her to focus on her health, her family, and yeah, just I'm gonna watch what I say. So that's. What about you? Wait, your second question was.
Will you be watching Sherry's show?
I don't really watch TV like that.
Oh,
actually,
yeah, you don't.
So I won't be, but if I catch clips, I will for sure. But I don't really watch TV like that. Like I like Martin in The Office, and I might catch a couple of movies. I'm a movie person. I don't really watch.
I'm not a movie person. I'm a TV person.
Yeah. Although OWN is killing the game, child.
OWN be slaying it.
OWN is slaying. So I have been watching that. So let me not lie. I have been watching My Ready to Love, My Love and Marriage, Huntsville. OWN is killing it. But we're getting off topic. Yeah, I'm just happy for them both.
Yeah. When it comes to Wendy, I'm not surprised with the cancellation, but I'm shocked that they made the decision so early. Like
how long?
Yeah, it's been almost a year, but all her people are saying that she may be fully recovered by the time the new season starts.
Her people were saying that before she fainted on national TV. You know what I mean? Like it's just kind of like I understand the network saying, "All right, your people don't know what they're talking about. Like let's make our own decisions." And I think they've given her a lot of time because even before this hiatus, this isn't the first hiatus in the last couple of years.
No, it's not.
You know?
It's definitely not. And she's having a lot of issues right now. Like Wells Fargo just froze her bank account. They froze millions and millions of dollars, and they feel like there's foul play going on. So they want, so they don't want to give her money, basically, because they don't trust that she's in her right mental state right now. Yeah, so that just goes to show you the place she's in right now.
What is your opinion on that?
On what?
On Wells Fargo freezing her account.
Okay, so at first, I was like, give Wendy her money. Like, are you serious? How dare you hold my money like that? That's my money. But then after more information came out, it's starting to seem like maybe she has not been handling the money in the right way. And Wells Fargo feels like somebody may be coercing her. I also am shocked. This is a little tidbit. Her son is her power of attorney. That really goes to show you where she is right now in life when it comes to her friendships, her family, and everything like that, who she has in her corner, to have your 21-year-old son be the power of attorney.
Well, I know my brother's my mom's, and I'm my dad's. You know, so
but it's different with millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah, it's true. At 21, that's
like
true.
Millions of dollars.
I don't know. I feel like people should be able to do what they want with their money, especially if it's her hard-earned money. But this is all a little bit too rich for me.
Yeah,
it's a little rich people problems. So, wishing Wendy Williams the best of luck and for her to get well soon. Yeah,
I do want to quickly say about Sherry. I will check out her show.
Okay.
I'm very, very happy for her. And it kind of goes to show you it's never too late to live your dream. Because this has been one of her dreams, to have her own talk show since she was, like, this is her biggest dream ever. Yeah. Like, since she was in her, teens. So it's like she's 53 right now, and she's living her dream right now.
Yeah.
So it just shows, like, you can't give up on your dreams. Because you never know how a situation is going to present and manifest itself.
So inspiring.
So that's why this story is bittersweet, because it is sweet at the end when it comes to that. And Debmar Mercury did say that if Wendy is better, they would welcome her back. I don't know what that means exactly. I don't know what that means. I don't know if they're just saying stuff, but yeah.
But maybe she should get like a spinoff on Hulu, like everybody else.
I cannot believe you are counting Wendy out like that.
I'm not counting her out. I'm just saying it's time.
I don't think so.
I'm not counting her out.
I disagree.
I'm definitely not counting her out, but it's time.
I think Wendy has a talent that not a lot of people can duplicate.
For sure.
And I haven't seen anybody really duplicate it in the way that she has. So she's really a rare person. And I think if she ever chose to do something else, she would be successful at it.
For sure. That's what I'm saying. Do we still need Wendy on daytime? Like, I think there's so many other things that Wendy can, like, dominate. You know what I mean? So I'm just kind of like, it's time. Like, I don't, it's kind of like saying we're bringing Nene back to Real Housewives. Like, it's time.
I see what you mean.
Yeah. All right. Well, what else are we talking about?
Okay. The next topic is, Okay, so I wanted to sip tea real quick about the baby Danny Lay's brother fight
Yeah.
situation. Okay, so
That video was hilarious. I'm sorry.
you thought it was hilarious?
Because why would you try to fight?
I did not laugh at that video. I was very upset. I was very
Really?
heated. Yes, I was very upset. I felt like they
No.
jumped that boy. Well, man. Let me not call him a boy.
Okay, are you asking my opinion?
Yeah, go ahead.
That man sent a lot of threats. And we all have seen the baby's track record of being someone that's very close to the streets. We've seen him get into fights many of times. So this young man,
he did allegedly,
this young man,
and somebody at Walmart.
We all seen the videos of the brother, sending empty threats. And at the end of the day, the only way to handle a threat is to get to them first. Like, I'm not, if someone threatened me and I see them down the block, I'm not gonna be like, oh, hey, friend.
But you would jump them with your friends.
It's not. First of all, I mean,
that's what he did.
Who really got jumped? They were kind of like, everybody was sliding everywhere. Like, who really got jumped? But at the end of the day, you can't, there's no.
They were kicking him.
There's no rules to you threatening me. If you threaten me and I'm walking down the street with my goons, there's no rules to that. Don't send empty threats. It's self-defense.
Even if it was your partner's...
It's self-defense.
Even if it was your partner's child.
Now...
Your ex-baby butter's brother.
So now that's the street logic. Now, do I think that you should put hands on family? No. At the end of the day, I keep telling y'all, when y'all have children with people, they are your family now. So... do I think that, he maybe should have thought about that? Sure, right? But, I mean, he didn't put his hands on Danny. So, you know what I mean? It's just kind of like, it's not for him to be responsible and take into account all these other people who aren't doing the same. The brother was talking crazy, spicy to him and got what was coming to him. That's how I feel. Now, if the brother didn't say anything, if the brother maybe just liked a couple of comments and tweets and didn't say anything, then that happened, he's dead wrong. But in this case, I think the whole situation in itself is unfortunate because there's a child that at the end of the day has to kind of like grow up and see this.
Yeah.
And they're going to have some answers, So I think the whole situation is unfortunate and not condoning the situation at all, but I don't think the baby, I hate that I'm fucking defending him, but I don't think he's wrong. Did you see the videos? I remember when we talked about the situation and, we were sharing our opinions and I remember watching those videos of the kid like, yeah, and if you come on this side and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that and all of talking so spicy.
He was going off.
Talking so spicy. So if you talking like that to a person that is in the streets and follows street code, people just need to watch who they're talking to because you never know who you're talking to and you never know whose friend you're talking to. You never know whose body, you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, why would they let the celebrity of the bunch fight? He's the money. He shouldn't be fighting anyway. Okay, he got one punch. Okay, now my team is gonna handle it because he doesn't need to be in jail or hurt because if he is, then they lose their bag.
Well,
I am not condoning jumping, but that's what they're supposed to do. They're not supposed to let the baby fight. That's his camp. That's his team. They're not supposed to let that happen.
I can see it from that perspective.
Yeah, you can't say that to a street dude. If I ran into a girl that is just straight street, follow street codes, and I'm sending her threats, and then I walk to McDonald's and her friends beat me up, like I kinda threatened her.
I can see it from that perspective, but at the end of the day, the baby is not some regular street guy. He's a worldwide famous.
That is not true.
Millionaire rapper.
That's not true. What was he before he became a rapper?
Yeah, but
You can't, this is the thing. So many people glorify hip hop and rap and don't really understand the culture. Hip hop and rap isn't just, oh, I'm just like rapping these like empty lyrics. There's people that really live this life, and there's people that really are about their lyrics. So it's just like, that's the part where it's like you're so tapped out of the culture. You can't be like that. Are there some people that aren't tapped into the streets and have been able to capitalize off of that experience? Sure. But there's some people that really live by that. So watch who you're talking to.
I don't think I think if he was gonna attack him, which I don't like violence. I'm very nonviolent, guys. But I think that if he were to fight him, it should have been one-on-one. Like, he shouldn't have had his friends jump him. It just, when he threatened him, he did not threaten him saying that he's gonna get all his friends to beat him up. He said that he was gonna do it.
That doesn't matter.
Okay.
A threat is a threat.
So he's pressed charges on the baby.
And I think that's cowardly.
Do you
How you
think
gonna
that-
press charges after threatening him? How you only pressing charges because you lost? If you won, if you were on the winning side of that whole fiasco, then you wouldn't be pressing charges. Of course you're gonna press charges. This is a celebrity who put their hands on you.
I think that he wants a quick buck, and he's gonna get it. And he's gonna get it. And I think the majority of people would do the same thing. I really do. I really do. So,
but stop.
But that's also why the baby needs to really think about what he does. Like, needs to really think about his actions before he does it.
For sure.
Because he's basically, by doing this, he's probably gonna lose hundreds of thousands of dollars.
What he already lost. Listen, I'm not defending the baby at all. I think his behavior has been atrocious. But in this situation, it's just like, it's not all bad. And, I mean, we talked about this when it came to the Tasha K and Cardi B thing. It's like, be careful what you say and who you're talking to. Now, if Tasha K threatened her and then some people handled it physically, Cardi B shouldn't be the one fighting. She's the act.
Well, Cardi B's in trouble for that too.
Of course. But I'm saying, moving forward, she shouldn't be the one fighting, because you're the act. You're the money. You're how everybody eats. So, in the sense of like, they jumped him, I mean, did they really? I sound like I condone jumping.
I know.
And I don't.
How about we just not put our hands on each other? Like, how about we not respond to words with violence?
I do not.
How about we try that?
I do not condone violence or jumping or
I just
fighting.
hear a lot of promoting of jumping.
I don't. It sounds like I do. I really, really don't. But I do believe that, there are consequences to your actions, no matter what side you're on. You know what I mean? And I think to paint him out to be this like really awful, to paint him out to be the bad guy in this particular situation. We're not talking about. I
mean, he's the one that started the violence, right? So he is the bad guy. He's the.
If you threatened me and I saw you, I'm not waiting for you to fulfill your threat. I'm going to react first, whether I leave or I defend myself
So
first.
he could have left.
But maybe he didn't want to.
Okay, so he could have just stood there with his whole group of people there to protect him and continued bowling. And I think Brandon said that he wanted to talk to the baby. He was like, let's talk.
No.
And he just attacked him.
About what? About what?
Listen, tensions were high at the time. I don't think that he was thinking when he made those Instagram lives, like threatening him and all of that.
That's nobody's fault but his. But, I'm going to just be quiet because it sounds like I am condoning violence, and I do not condone violence. But if you know, you know. Like, just do better, people.
Okay. So I think that's it. Unless you have anything else.
I did want to talk about, not really talk about, but if everyone saw the Monique interview, first of all, shout out to T.S. Madison. This was such a big interview for her.
Yeah.
She looked amazing.
And that talk show is actually really good. It's on Fox Soul. I think it's called Turned Out.
Fox Soul.
She is really an amazing host. I didn't know she was so good, but like I guess all of those years of working like on YouTube and all of that really
For
has
sure,
helped her like become really professional and great.
For sure. And I think all right, so I really felt for Monique in the interview. And you know, I think she made a lot of good points, and I just hope that either Oprah or Tyler reaches out to her. I know that there are 3 sides to the story, their sides and then the truth. But yeah, if you haven't checked out the interview, I advise everyone to check out.
So what did you feel like that you agreed with her with? Because when she talks, she can be very convincing, and that's all I'll say.
So what I'll say is, you know, she basically mentioned that Spike Lee reached out to her and asked her to do Precious, and when she did Precious, she had a contract. She signed her contract. She fulfilled her contractual duties, and then I guess the movie blew up. And Tyler and Oprah wanted to be a part of it, and they wanted for Monique to campaign. She says that they reached out to her
to campaign for the Oscar.
To campaign for the Oscar, that they reached out to her and basically were like trying to get her, you know, out there, you know, saying I'll give you a private jet, or saying that you need to, you know, play this game and whatever. And she was like, I'm chilling with my man and my babies, and I choose. And this time, I choose my family. Unless I have a contract that tells me I'm supposed to do X, Y, and Z, then I choose my family. And I understand both sides.
And they basically blackballed her in the industry after that.
Allegedly is what she's saying. Because they're saying they didn't, but she's saying that they did. So I think, I don't know, I feel for her in the fact of like, I did what I was supposed to do. I did the movie. I did everything I was supposed to do. Love that the movie is you know, taken off, but I have a family and I'm choosing my family. You know, I have a husband, I have children, whatever. And I think I understand saying, you know, well, if you campaign, this is going to open so many more doors for you. So I understand that, but I think no one can be upset for her decision. She made a choice. And her choice was to not campaign. So it's just like, when are we going to stop crucifying people for making a choice? The lady made a choice. And if we can stick together and allow for Black women to sit at home and choose their family first, and if that's what she wanted to do, then she should have been able to do that freely without any consequences.
She definitely should have been able to do it freely, but I will say this, it really depends on what your definition of being blackballed is. Because honestly, if I'm looking at it from Oprah and Tyler's perspective, they could have just went to their friends and been like, she's hard to work with. And clearly from what she was saying, she was hard to work with.
Yeah, and well, that's not really hard to work with because it wasn't Oprah or Tyler's movie. So,
but at the time, they were executive producers of the movie, so their name was on it, so they wanted it to succeed.
But it's hard to work with saying, I choose to stay home. That's not hard to work with.
It is during Oscar season when you need to promote the movie.
But you guys promote the movie. You're the executive producer. You're the big name. If she's choosing, she wasn't the only act in the movie.
But she was the Oscar nominated and winning actress.
Okay, maybe she doesn't care about the Oscar. It's just like it's just this need to highlight and celebrate these whitewashed ceremonies and award shows, and for people to like, they kind of forced her to give a fuck about the Oscars, and she doesn't. And that's not, there's no rule in acting that says you have to be there for the Oscars. You have to care about the Oscars. You have to campaign about the Oscars. If that's what they want to do, that's okay. But I don't think that she should have been crucified. But, maybe they have another side of the story.
Yeah.
I thought that it was a really good interview.
I
and
also
think
didn't
people
like
should
how
bring it up.
she had allegedly recorded a conversation between her and Tyler Perry when he called her personally to like talk to her about the situation. It's just a lot. And I just also feel like, why are we still talking about this? First, this came out like it has to be a good decade ago. Like I think that she really has to find a way to move on.
She was
because
asked a
she's
question.
not going to get an apology from Tyler or Oprah, not a public one at least. So if that's what she's looking for, I think she needs to move on.
It's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, we got to pick one. And I'm talking to the Black community. Either we give a fuck about these award shows or we don't. But we have to pick one. Every time that we are snubbed, then it's, oh, fuck the Oscars. Oh, forget this. Oh, we don't care about this. But then we blackball each other or have this kind of like negative energy towards one another to satisfy the same award shows that snub us anyway, or that we say we don't give a fuck about. I don't care about it. You know what I mean? So it's just like, pick one. Either you care about the Oscars and it's a big deal, or you don't.
I care about it when Black people win.
Exactly. And how many times have we
I'm
raised
rooting
our
for
hand?
everybody Black.
And how many times have we raised our hand and said that Black actor or that Black artist was snubbed? You get what I'm saying? But then, I just think we should pick one. But yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. So
I guess we'll segue into our next segment of the evening, and that is our Friend Shit segment, where we dive deep in all things friendship and talk about our weekly topic. And today, our weekly topic is, drum roll please, when to give a friend tough love. So this was inspired by an interview that I saw, and I'm just going to pull up the credentials because I want to make sure that I give credit. But I saw this interview with Hazel E. and Raquel.
Come on, Hazel E. Inspiring you.
Well, she didn't inspire me, but this was this is an interview with Raquel Harper. On a show called It's Tricky with Raquel.
Shout out to Raquel.
Not familiar, but I did see a clip of the interview where it seemed like they got into a bit of a back and forth about plastic surgery.
Not surprising about Hazel E.
So in the headline was kind of misleading because they are good friends. And have a great rapport for one another.
Okay.
Or with one another. And basically, as a friend, Raquel asked Hazel E., when are you going to stop with the plastic surgery? And really gave it to her straight about how, she doesn't need it and how it's dangerous to her health and things as such. So it really inspired me because I know that it was tough to hear it. And Hazel got emotional, but she agreed with her friend and was like, you're absolutely right. And I'm not going under the knife anymore. Like, you're right. And I'm not going to do it.
That's a big decision to make.
Yeah. And she was just like, I have to live for my daughter. So that inspired me to think of, when have we ever have to give tough love to a friend or have been on the receiving end to tough love? And really, what role does tough love play in your friendship? So let's start with the first question. Have you ever had to give a friend tough love?
I feel like I have actually. I have a few times. One time it was with you, actually, not with you specifically, but with a mutual friend that we had. But you were there when I had to give that mutual friend tough love.
Yeah, I was there for a couple of them.
And I think with me, I'm a pretty straightforward and honest person. I really like to speak how I feel, I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
And I always want to say it in a respectful way. But there are times when a friend is clearly on the wrong side of the situation and they need to
Just
hear
tell
the
the
truth.
story.
I mean, I don't think we need to tell the story. It's not anything interesting.
Okay, so how was it difficult for you to give them tough love, or what was the indicator that made you feel like, all right, I'm gonna have to give you some tough love?
I think I was just tired of seeing that friend treat people badly, yet still play the victim. And
okay.
so I told that friend, no, you've been treating this person badly. You're getting upset at this person lashing out at you when you have been treating this person badly. And I gave that friend all of the situations when they did treat that person badly. And it didn't go well.
I was gonna say, okay,
yeah,
what
I
was
don't
the
think
outcome?
I don't think I spoke to that friend for a couple weeks or so. We did get over it though. Yeah. We did get over it at the time.
Yeah.
But it definitely taught me that sometimes you do have to restrain yourself a little bit when you do give tough love.
So
Because yeah, I don't regret being so tough on that friend.
Okay.
But I do think that it was the wrong place and wrong time to say it. I think I was,
Really?
looking back on it, I think I was just fed up. I was just not in a great place.
Really?
And I was just over it. I just lashed out.
Okay, so that's so interesting that you said that, because I was there and I didn't think that you were wrong at all.
I know you did it.
I don't think that you came off wrong either.
Yeah, I know
But
you did it.
okay, so does that make you wanna land your message a bit softer?
Yeah, definitely. It's all about the delivery.
But do you think it's just, well, what's the point of tough love? Because if it's soft, then is it really tough love?
You can still be tough with your love, but still deliver it on a beautiful plate and not on paper plates.
Okay.
Like especially, and you also have to cater to your friend in a way. Like only you, if you guys are really close friends, you would know how to speak to them in a way that they will not get offended. And even if you don't, you would find a way to speak to them in a way that would not embarrass them.
Do you think that sometimes it's necessary to offend a friend to get the message across?
No, do you?
Sometimes. I wouldn't say offend, but sometimes it's like, all right, I know this is gonna piss you off, but you need to hear it. To me, that's my definition of tough love.
Okay.
If I feel that I need to give you tough love, it's not going to be nice. I'm not going to disrespect you, of course, because I think being nice and being disrespectful are two different things. So yeah, I don't know. For me, it's like tough love is just, I'm gonna tell you something that you don't want to hear. And I'm gonna say it in a way that you receive it, or that you understand that I'm being serious.
I kind of say that. I mean, I kind of do that all the time.
That's
though.
what I'm saying. You do it all the time.
I kind of do that all the time. I just did it to a friend like a couple days ago. And I had to stop myself because we just got back on speaking terms. And I was like, let me not ruin it again.
Child. Okay, so have you ever been on the receiving end of tough love?
Yeah. I can't remember a specific moment, but I'm sure you have done it.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. For me, I don't like hearing the same complaint. That really grinds my gears. Like, I don't like hearing the same complaint and then, I support you with coming up with a solution, not you directly, but just in general. I support you with coming up with a solution. If you ask for my 2 cents, I give you my 2 cents. I don't want to hear the same complaint again. If we have to revisit the conversation, sure. But like, girl, I told you to leave him 10 times. At this point, you're the problem. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I've definitely given tough love for sure. But sometimes it's difficult for me to give tough love because I'm a ghoster.
Yeah.
So exactly. I won't ghost my friend, but I'll definitely be like, all right, I'm checking out.
I'm
You know what I
not
mean?
even.
Yeah.
There are times when like I have friends who have been dealing with a situation for a long time, and I've given them all the advice I can, but they're still making the same negative choices.
Yeah.
So whenever they bring it up, I kind of just
Yeah.
check out. I check
Exactly.
out.
Exactly.
I don't say anything, or I'll just try to change the subject.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that has been me, but that isn't always the best thing because even in my professional life, it's like give people the chance to improve. So tell them what they're doing wrong or give it to them real. So I recently gave a friend tough love. This friend is in between careers right now and wants to work for themselves. And they are just so damn negative about, you know, it's not going to be handed to you on a silver platter. Going into business for yourself, or you know, so many people look down on a 9-to-5 and work for yourself, be your own boss or whatever. And this friend just kind of like mopes around and doesn't really. They were in a tough spot and really played the victim a lot. And I think in that sense, it was like, okay, I always give you like the heads up of like, okay, I'm going to say something to you and I hope that you receive it.
You
like, listen,
give that
I
heads
do that,
up.
right?
Yeah.
I always give a heads up of like, all right, I'm about to say something to you. I don't know if that helps or not,
It
but,
does.
But yeah, I think that tough love is so necessary because the friend received it. And they weren't mad at me, but she definitely doesn't talk to me about her business.
Oh, I mean,
her business ventures anymore. I'm cool with that.
I'd be fine with that too.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. But I think tough love is so necessary. And even if we think about the Tyler Perry Monique thing, did they give her tough love and she didn't receive it?
That's true. That's true.
Right? So I don't know. I think tough love is so necessary.
I love when everything connects.
Right? Full circle. But tough love is so necessary. So yeah, if sometimes you might need to receive the tough love too. Like don't allow me to like ruin my relationship or fuck up my life because you are afraid of giving me tough love.
Yeah, but we also like I'm kind of big on I've started to become big on not trying to control people because I realize I can be very controlling sometimes. So I kind of realize that I can't make people think how I want them to think. So especially when it comes to that, some people are just going to make these mistakes in life and sometimes you just have to let them.
Yeah. Do you think that tough love can ruin a friendship?
I think it has ruined friendships. So yeah.
Has it ruined a friendship?
For me? Not ruined a friendship, no. It hasn't like completely destroyed a friendship by giving out tough love. No.
Okay, last question. At what moment do you decide, okay, I need to give this friend tough love? Like,
I think when I see that they are, it's becoming a cycle. Like what you said about it happening again and again. If I see that they're in a cycle and they're not realizing it, that's when I'm like, okay. Or if I'm just fed up, to be honest.
You know, I think me giving tough love is really less selfish and less about like me not wanting to hear it, but just the fact that I'm my friend's biggest fan. So I want my friends to like be healthy and happy, and I want my friends to win, and I want my friends to succeed. And when I see that one of my friends they're doing something that is limiting or having a negative effect on them,
on their potential,
whether it be maybe you're drinking too much, or maybe you are, I don't know, I did not mean to look at you like that, but just in general, like
I don't have a drink here.
No,
guys.
He doesn't have a drinking problem. I don't know why I said it like that, but maybe you're drinking too much, or maybe you are being argumentative with your boyfriend, and this is why you're having issues or whatever. That's when I'll be like, okay, I need to give my friend tough love because I want the best for you. So maybe tough love is less dramatic for me, because I'm always like being real about, I wouldn't say I'm always giving my opinion, but I'm definitely like want the best for my friends for sure. But we want
That's
to know.
beautiful. That's beautiful.
We want to know how you guys feel about tough love in a friendship.
Yes.
Are you giving it? Are you receiving it? Has it ruined the friendship? We see it all the time. I think even with like Kanye West and Kid Cudi, it sounded like Kid Cudi gave Kanye West some tough love and a couple
he
of
sure
tweets,
did.
right?
He sure did. I was here for that.
So tough
I was
love
here
is
for that.
definitely something that's always happening. So we want to know how you guys feel. We'd love to hear your stories, but you can join the conversation on Instagram at OFriend Podcast on IG. YouTube and all those. And before we go into our next segment, I do want to give a special shout out to a really huge supporter for us. I am just gagging at the fact that I'm giving a shout out right now to a supporter of our podcast. You guys, we are so humble. So this is so just makes our day.
Yeah, definitely.
But we received a beautiful message from Cedric. Hey, Cedric.
Hey, Cedric.
So Cedric just posted that he really loves the podcast, and we definitely want to shout you out because Cedric has been our supporter from day one.
Yeah.
And tunes into.
I don't even know how he found us. I really want him to let us know how you found us because you found us early.
Yes.
And you've been supporting us since the beginning.
Yes.
So we really, really want to thank you for that.
Yes, and we really appreciate it. And I don't know. I just sometimes I get so speechless because when we started this podcast, we just wanted a creative outlet.
Oh my gosh, I was just thinking the same exact word, creative outlet. I love us.
We really didn't have like a plan or like, and as you guys can see, we're still figuring things out, but we really didn't have like, this is what we want to do. We weren't thinking about money or anything like that. It was like, COVID has affected us in so many different ways, and we just need a creative outlet to really continue to expand our friendship, but to connect with people.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Cedric, your love and your support for us and the brand that we're creating, it just brings us so much joy.
It does.
So shout out to Cedric. We love you. We appreciate you, and to all of you that support us. We've definitely shouted out a couple people before, so I won't put you guys on the spot, but we just appreciate y'all so much.
Yeah, it's very much appreciated, guys. Yeah. Like more than you guys will ever know. Thank you so much.
All right, well, we're gonna go into our next segment of the evening.
Our final segment,
and that is in our
city,
where we talk about what we've seen in New York today. I am not prepared for this.
Girl, I don't think we ever prepared for this. I think I had something, but then I lost it, and I hate when that happens. But yeah, I mean, the weather's changing. I'm very happy about that. The weather's getting better. It's getting warmer out.
Yeah.
Things are starting to spice up a little bit.
That's what I was going to say. I mean, the other day, it was like 10 degrees and snowing. And today, it's like damn near 60. So at this point, I don't know how to dress. But that's what's happening in our city. And Riri has been slaying our city streets.
Oh,
okay?
Yes.
I'm just... I just love
her pregnancy looks. And I love that she's her and ASAP are like matching.
Yeah.
Like I love that they clearly coordinate their outfits, and I love that. I would love to be in a relationship with somebody where I could coordinate my outfits with them. That sounds like so much fun.
Jeff's future man, you're gonna have to coordinate some outfits.
Follow me on Instagram, so Jeff. With 3 Fs.
You know what? So many people have wondered if I have an Instagram. I do have an Instagram, guys. Yeah. It's Brown Bunny Tie. Don't ask, but yeah, I do have an Instagram.
I love the story behind that. You have to tell it one day because I love that story so much.
I did not make my own Instagram handle. I didn't. No. And I was thinking about changing it because it's not very professional, but
I love it. I've always loved it. I don't know why. It's just something about it. It's just
Yeah.
It just fits you to me. I don't know why. I've always loved it. Always.
All right, y'all. Well, this has been yet another episode of the
Oh Friend podcast.
And then just a friendly reminder, we drop on Fridays, guys. Again, follow us on Oh Friend Podcast on all platforms. And ohfriendpodcast@gmail.com. Well, that's a wrap.
That's it.
We'll see y'all later. Bye.
See you soon, guys. Bye.